coordinators, electoral area coordinators, and the polling station executives via Umuaha, members of the New Patriotic Party, communicators now, Omunyina, Michiamunyina. And I say, Seria, Munyina Martino. In year 2024 elections, no, December. Now, maybe a election, maybe a elections. Parliamentary candidates, every constituency, Omoko, round, Echo Das.
Praise this evening. May the name of the Grand and the Grandmaster of the Architect be praised. Yenyankopon kasia no din ena numre nso. Yase ayeye entontom ene aseda enkasan se ne dimu ne tumimu na hoadimu ena enumre nso. Yegyina ha yede enkomo safata se me no mienu yedi na ebo man Ghana enkanko no. Me de aba somwo ewo Western Diamond TV eso on your multi TV decoder. Woman swa ebreka kreni onmunya kwanya entie yan ewo wuntumi radio so no yeguso ya hyenyama enche mbati enka ewo eye wuntumi radio 101.3 tenimra yi ebra sawie to Tuesday evening, the 27th day in the month of May 2025 in the year of Lord. Ebra sawie to ebra so se yetumi eti Ghana ho enkomo ewo Oman Mpuntuo tumedie eso tiedi ni ye Oman Mpuntuo eno nti se ebo nonan na se Okyeremaba mebegyina ha na ukasa mfoni so TV ne so me na eche nkomo bi a de bia me kasa eye apam eye covenant enkramofo fe no alkawali ena me no mienu yewo eno nti 2 solid hours no yendi nkomo emfamoa na Oman Ghana nso entumi enya anentuo papa enyina so. Welcome Wezo Akwaba Bonalve. Thank God it's Tuesday. Mamu ajo madase na masai mamu Akwaba enumrei na yebedi nkomo mu adwenkyere emra fafa text message and WhatsApp 0248 071174 0248 071174 na yanji bre enkenkan enfamao and Benada Tuesday and remember that CP Meridio Okyeremaba AS Enchill the radio PRO matinemu edi ama osikeni frimpong manso osi your progress manager papa mera se now ya fa yen quotation no emfiri adwumedie na ase as usual sene ye ne de bia edema wo no na sa quotation a me de ema o de bia no eno ene be ohye yen that would usher us into the next discussion no enti no on your screen aya nda yen quotation a ya di eye adwuma na me no we come afa no vindication se obi ho be sign vindication se obi ne ho ebe sign ewo etro bi a na yetwade ato no so se obi ebe fa ne ho adi amansai na no ebe hunu se ensem bi a na wosimasi bi kade ato obentin bi so no na bia one time na bia wotan no anase wo yesade no edi agini din na the end of the day Ghana foi na behunu se sa etro an yetwade ato ni across no enei no kra no adedi ama nimpa no aye being vindicated ne ho esan ye ho no kra no ewo asemnim. So on your screen Hebrews chapter 4 verse 13 and me some dos nti metwetwa me some so tiawa nothing in all creation is hidden from God's sight. Myself yaro check ni ye na enyewe yes enyewe we enra de na me use ni check ni ye ema me na yentumi fa ende quotation kasa yade eye adwuma no emfa ensom yahwefo a wono ehwe yen it looks similar to this but ne name no yebe say betumi enya quotation ye na ye no edi eho enkomo ene yahwe vindication sɛ obi ayɛ vindictive sɛ bia yɛtumi ama ne ho ɛsan ɛwɔ biribi ho nti ma mekeka wɔ me phone yi so na memfa ɛma wo ɛndɛ enumbre ba yɛkɔ anim no sɛ ɛnyɛ quotation no krampo no a it doesn't matter. Yes, but for the Lord would vindicate his people and will have compassion on his servants. Psalm 135, yes, verse 14. For the Lord will vindicate his people and will have compassion on his servants. Inyankopon and akasei. Wase Inyankopon no wabema onia wadono wasumno awo yo Nyankopon eba boni bia eni ne ho wondwe onipa bia ho adwembone wotwetwa ne nua enanti wondi adanse kurumu de Nyankopon de oman bi hye ne nsa wo hwe oman no so yie no ye Nyankopon ne se empo no obi twa ntro bi de to no so obi ka asem bia anye ne kora e de to no so a the Lord that the person serves will vindicate the person or the group of people and will have compassion. Obenya tima on his servant. Ewo na kwa edifo so anase womo som no. Yakobo benya tima e de ama womo. Eno nti nia endi samanyo ko no aye bia no. Ne omo ye no position. De omo ba ba mu so omo to aso aye no. Yenya Yakopon no say wobema NPP aye vindicated. Obama NPP who sign and truly dead di baako Sameja mfinya ne de anche ena friend Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa eno anso na asamba ya na Ghana focus won resign ye so jadugu nechi anche ena yewura John Abujinapo energy minister won so ne de aba na de bede ho enkom me say now yemfa rotational nurses and midwives. Wamo ese wamo ma aban no 2 weeks senka aban no hwe na allowances bi aso de ba wamo rotational nurses and midwives aban no ahwe hwahan sabe sa abo odwan ankase wamo 2 weeks no aso na they have no other option than to go on strike. And hwebe on the 2nd of June rotational nurses and midwives ebe strike na ebere no to no na ka se mebo audio bi edema wo ense wo ka ye nia abawei ankase wo mo watwi na ni sesebe opani a wayi mframa bone e obetwem no de hye akwada no sansem ni na e wo ha ba ebere no kɔ enem wo John Abugina ponko modi pa na mete sansem na mka se oh we dem you very sorry pass esisa me you very sorry because sabe at the end of the month time ye adwuma ye mam kakra ma me di to bi edie no sa na so me hwese me nua bi nso se wa ye adwuma ne ntua ne ka ebe ha me na mom no eye afutuo akase ade mo bi bia no a wo ye adwuma ade aso mo man NPP fo ba ja yarehwe sa so de NDC fo nso eje ayarehwe e wa yasebia bia emu eno tie adwuma kuo bi a yemfa amanyosam emfenwura ho na so benya rotational nurses and midwives say omo eye demonstration etia NPP aban ebro mu nim prefer say ye kwakoto aba eno say ebro so kwakoto aba e wana nkrofo ekire mo yewdie and rotational nurses were part of groups wam so ye demonstration etia NPP aban wam ka kire NPP aban say so man tua allowance ni bia ma wo mo a they will show baumia but of a video no to so na yan show video no ebra na rotational nurses aye demonstration proud to election and to share placards na kuta wo mo na won ma church nsem bebrebe e wo so and ba come ni boss so na le na ma so no 2024 we go show baumia 2024 we go show baumia and you showed baumia the way you showed baumia the exit point. Say masa fahana pie na ya to aba mfa maw ya kwakoto aba sabe ya say me wi afri ebebuo no de kakraba da say beifu a anasa bronsam asabe wunim no no bronsam a wo de wunim no no wo yesi wo soro abofo wunim no because asoro abofo no bi ho mo yom ho devils anya asoro abofo na ye papa because Lucifer was asoro abofo and then we baba wie say we Lucifer sa na baba wie so we Lucifer enunti sabe bronsam a wonim no eye sen osoro obofo a wonim no and we go show ba omia telling us say omo ye biribi ede ama NPP aban no aye unpopular omo ku NPP aban no fi omo kan semia omo nim say kwakoto aba ama to the extent say these rotational nurses and midwives, they voted against the NPP. No more free as I'm prayed asa. His Excellency John the Man Muhammad wa bana betem scan mama se munyindi. Monya afekwa na komba demo me kama tiramo se endi se amanyokuo wo mo ndwe a nurse ne doctor for me ka chamo ne. Me ka chamo de because me story bi wa ha. Wo mo ka chamo se mo allowances ye ntua even if it will cost his presidency when transfer ampa Yababa Twaba and Osma George Opariado Pablo. So I make a baby say, ya general ho na Mudemuya Butamana, you will restore your allowances. No more free some ya baby. Eddie tell Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bamia and the MPP. Now, someone must make sure about me and to my show no. It's under come where we more catching a gun of force and yet ya can be my mom and the bed in papa. Now if it's a me fras and me fras ye at the mammo. Ya, oh yes, ya. So be a man choker. But more so muka home. Muyi manim samu yo yeche de tie NPP. Abraham ni se kwakoto aba. Ende ebua bomu. Samu se edua emumo kokuo. Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia anya bia nsabe. Ne kaka wo be podwa de owo eda ho. Na mo nsusu mo 700 ni mo 800 no. Ende emma ena mo ye ho oyekere. Wei aye bra na ya kwakoto aba. Oyekere rotation nurses and midwives. Wo mo ye de tie NPP. Ama Ghana fo gina so won wankasa so gina so eto obedi tia wo mo media me tumufo na mentumi ntu hyebere me tumufo mentumi ntu hyebere 2nd June mo pa mo nko strike Ghana fo say ye de yenchele na me kama kire mo NDC enye strike mmeko na NDC amayoko mmeka say eno nti ye dwene mo ho say hwe NDC o mo gya okra no maso ya ye hye no wankasa ho enti mo strike na mo kono mo ko strike hunu say, and that is rotational nurses and midwives. Media minimum subum because Bible don't say nyawosu no ene no ensumbomu. Enti minimum esum abomu. Now so next time munya kwanya ne biam na sa musambe wiase mu biam a wo ye wadwuma mumfa the right channel munhunu times and seasons ade ya nduama mamunya bibia wo ebra enyam na ekirei ebebu abomu akasa. Say now you move on to and then discussion na afei yen communicate and we ban so no entenase na yendi enkomo now and daily graphic at the report bi by ya refer to mame me da CP thank you daily graphic na that was the banner headline our money by say 2637 ECG containers retrieved at Tamaport. So on your screen Mashada pa me na maye sa secret no me na me de abugina po me de na hye finfini sa e bia no wani ehunu ni yie enti no me de ink green and secret no no say story way and me pa kire 2637 ECG containers retrieved na ba chese unu Tamaport anya kohun sa ECG containers yi now munim sa and story ya yehunu any figure ya the way 2 times more than na yewra abuginapo ane yewra innocent senyo akwa waya the investigative committee ni chairman energy ministry no asate say wamo enye probe into the missing containers ECG for a procure ye ewo NPP penso no sa papa yi ane yewra abuginapo obia report nko ana na figure so mo dia ba say Wamunsa etumi aka awatama port no so no ukabo mu a eya more than the no mo say ayira ewo tema port no. Now you move on. This man does say ya Mr. Man does say ya. And no 2637 missing a year containers no and then yami atom yehunu Ghana for o say ye o say ye atadwe ene yet dende atadwe yatede. Now so asam awo and some ewo ho pa because on me mu bi bia no ye pese ye say ye nua no a na asem fa no ho no ye ma no ho atene in a way ye kan say me magana fa hunu ni differently enti wo hwa ye ra John Abugina pa ne nsɛm bi ɔka yɛ bia no ɛyɛ double tongue na ne nsɛm nsisi so waka wei ɛwɔ ha wakyerɛ no wakoka wei ne nsɛm was not consistent, it was inconsistent, and he was doing all these things to make an example so or the katane incompetencies so Abujinapa was doing all those double tongue and wakan war parliament there when it's Trofosia, wakan we were ha, pon, no aquaches, a friend saying contains by 40 near the nano, no the katane incompetency also. And he says a friend say containers ECG for the year 2,637. And it is 2 times more than even the normal say ayirano na me prove at the actual. Now minister na accountant within kind a boy and crow within boy no. But for first video no fatus nienti. Me pesa make bebre. First video John Abujinapo. The video within kako kaye and some trafo no. But o me entie
itself presents as containers held at the port 1,328 cannot be accounted for. That is very serious and that's very alarming. And I assure you, we would conduct a detailed investigation into this matter, and somebody or some people will be held liable for this. 1,328 containers cannot just vanish into thin air. Somebody must be held liable for this. And I assure you that we would hold people liable for this. And whatever it takes, we'll work with the Attorney General, we'll work with the police, and ensure that whichever group, whatever people are responsible for this, are brought to book. And that we retrieve either the containers or the monetary equivalent of these containers. And that I assure you that this ministry would pursue this to its logical conclusion. We've also decided that we would move the rest of the containers into a...
And we yes, some drop when she way was say 1,328 containers and Naira. No mono a year 2,941 containers. A year easy for dia and 1 year woman about 2 name say omo aprokio into no aside say omo year transition na ya catch and say ya procure 3,000 containers are easy for and yoma ewomu no minister Enchill was say a year 2,941 containers a year report from the ECG, but womu call a year tamaport no na containers on the aira womu no a year 1,328. As at that time and also na yewura innocent senyo akwa wano aye committee no chairman the investigative committee wamo chairman also the another figure the abase 1,357 containers and aira me patcho for sa screenshot no e fa to sumame na yama Ghana for hunu the inconsistency of the NDC patcho for sa screenshot no e to sumame yaro a screenshot na yewura senyo innocent akwa ana waya the chairman for the investigative committee no mo hwehwe the containers wo mo kyerem se ayena e wotamaport yewra John Abujinapo ede politics in the name of say they katani incompetencies eso because on him perfect say container na ayera no but anyway ba kono hwe no ye na menamu bibia screenshot yewra sanyo eka say wamukọ port no figures are now 1,357. Meanwhile, not the energy and transition minister, green transition minister, abekasa 1,328 ana aira. Yewra Abujinapo sign called parliament. Yes, so this is the report from Yewra Senyo. No so kase containers no 1,357 ana aira. Nemo amukọ ye no aka 1,134 container ni na so na omon clear no 2,491. It minister ma different figure and the investigative committee no chairman no so no ama different figure. Yewra John Abujinapo esa ko parliament aside the say or contradicting who say 1,328 containers and na ayira no wasa ko parliament mu a or command another figure altogether. Me patcho sambo sa video ni mame the second video na yentie ensem bi so okaye at the fano containers I was say agira.
When we took over, I visited the Tema Harbor. Mr. Speaker, we have about 3,000 containers stuck at the Tema Harbor. 3,000 containers, most of which contains transformers. Today, as we speak, Mr. Speaker, ECG has a total liability of 13 billion from supplies. Demurrage alone, because the transformers have been sitting there, by the end of 2024, demurrage 1.5 billion. Ministry of Energy alone, 6 billion worth of contracts were awarded without commencement certificates. In 2024, their total budget was not up to 2 billion, and yet supplies alone 9.7 billion in 2024. These are facts, Mr. Speaker, and I stand.
The 2,941 now, no one can watch some caneno, and they increase it up 3,000 containers. Any problem with the figures? Wabobono. Yara Bujina Pasa Aqua Parliament. Kasa on the boss as if say, one on Kwana Ganani, our yes, minister. Wababedi that portfolio no, and Anaswabedi anymore. Kasa on the bosso, and some people must be held responsible. Some people will be liable for this offense. Ni na no baby what in sa edifa because a true baby was say these containers are omu tracing way back from 2019, which means a person attributing it to the NPP say one more and akoko we containers no every time a port. Wasako parliament ako kasa ye very harshly way eche Ghana for say yenjano na container ne de obesan dia back nti sabia se ni wo dwane no na nim de wote se wo si container na ayira na eche wo so betumi the containers no aba back dia then the way dwane no na nim bia wote nti one oni be containers no na egu asa that time wa we make those comments but yes akwa sa video nimra and then me more back to back videos na wo hunu say 2,637 containers na womo eto ayam pia 2 months ago and a month ago no na no kura pia enimu because this figure is even 2 times more than the almost say agara kanibia na omo yahu dede e o monten so no yakoye sa video no sumra.
As Minister for Energy and Green Transition, currently my vision is simple. I want all the 1,346 containers accounted for. 1,346 containers. Whatever it takes, I'll bring those containers to where they ought to be. Mr. Speaker, let me set the record straight. And if my good friend Professor will listen to me, there's not been.
I don't know. What did Kakobo 1,328? What's Kakobo 1,346? Wo chairman for investigative committee no so Kakobo 1,357. And why no Ghana for be na one person mu deceive wo mo yi. What's Kakobo grant another interview by Brano ko. And my first video no e fridge but I think no or granted Zoom interview with Joy News and TV3 so yes TV3 and interview when so about different figure now was say ayira that this interview was some another figure was say ayira na me dia make na say and some bibia no minister kan ye bi na no na it was orchestrated omo sheda na omo sheye so omo be go NPP mu fin even going in opposition no person stay na no NPP at time no mutumi ruli afebo but Ghana ha mutumi ruli afebo mani nye it is impossible enti wama ba be mu krampo no stay na no eyo mo so mo da so campaign platform so wama da so opposition wama sem bia mo ka bia no even wama ba be mu no na kwa so omo ye bribi dia tete NPP amanya okonim nti no mo kan na yentro eni nyina so na so mo kan ye na ni nyina so nso mo ekan ye Yero intim Fodio. John intim Fodio. Reverend. Asen South in the Shebedweni. Every day I think says somewhere April 28 March. Yes. Waka semi na me say abujina poya wote parliament wakaka kansemi. Yane na parliament how John abujina po NDC for the no MP before the end Samuel. John abujina poya wakaka container na yesay na fa na tu na yina na mem na ensemble bre working na no. Yane no na etifia ha. And me pacha mo fanto so mame. John intim Fodio. John intim Fodio, a member of parliament for Asen South, former deputy education minister. But I'm going to screenshot into so emame. Now I say, Yera John Abujinapo. But I first screenshot into so mame. Why? And they waka container one semino. Apado say was one baby container wa. One kwachi container nembra. Na yesa asotwe bia safata bia no ya fama papa no ECG missing containers. John Jinapo must be held accountable if he fails to bring back the stolen containers. Prosecute culprits. Reverend John intim Fodio. Sabra no 28 March and I know waka sa asem we no nim die ntia no waka nti enye nwanwa sanda John Abujinapo abakacha Ghana for say when hunu container no a wase ayira easy for containers no na mo container no aye double aye quadruple aye more than nia no mo say ayira no ebi aba be ka ho edi hwamo na de be ka ho eye yegyeje Ghana for ye fa kwa dwindwin mu de mo kan ye bia no wey a kire say ndi for o mo kan no kure na mo ya ade se ne be ho be hi Ghana for be hu say ye npa bonini eno nti na ndi for ye sa na nia mabobo so na no ene de wo awunim wo redi wotumi ahwe bie watie bie no a kire say ndi samanyokuo no from krankran to krankran to bush omuna atrofo nko a mera say yedane yan wa baba yene yewura Emmanuel Kobla Tokonu. He is the digital secretary, the constituency secretary for the NPP in the Takoradi constituency. Yedane yan wa baba na komabo no beto aso mera say pi
imam fo a mo so yina ma party no emu bi wo ha 8 years janko mo bi etena otia na mo so bi a no tima party na ojae a ye kwa ye nkona na so nye kopa na cho yeti committee a era ma kupe and na da no se yenim enkofo bebre kika adekonti a ye ndim kunim e wa batuo no na so as a party, let's say in official report, they will sampa. You have Ghana for 276 constituencies, 16 regions. You have got in you for 10 parties here. Here I pay more a dom report, no, a bread party. Omade by National Council edutum. No, eti. Abebeku a form constitutional amendment committee say omontrans makukwe esoso abebeku the report about say any amendment yo ankwa bu okwa amontima anko yero makukwe enim na so obo proposals for decide ya committee ni kan nyina ambom na meboa July yefre no extraordinary delegate conference na party ni go shia na yen constitution le bi essence Accra bam e na ma party na nya hodi no omonhwe no montupa na mo era makukwe kratawa odi abreye no yenti asese krata no yentimi mfa embeto aboti sabi eye politics na ye no akansi na awko mehu obi a okwa akansi na ne sinto the strategies or the other trouble things Ghana for nyina monhwe yet here in 2016 asofo for imam for a mo so yina ma party no emu bi wo ha 8 years janko mo bi etena otia na mo sofo bi a no tima party na ojae a ye kwa ye nkona na so nye kopa na cho yet committee a era ma kupe and net down no say yenim enkofo bebre kika adekonti a yendim kunim e wa batuo no na so as a party let's say na official report ne won sampa Ye ko Ghana fa na nyina 276 constituencies, 16 regions. Ye ko nyina ye busa ye nko for tebe pa de see.
Western Diamond TV so and anybody and come ye die ni na no ebe bo my Ghana nti na ye die enti also for adwen chen fabra text message WhatsApp 0248071174 0248071174 na yankenkan emfa emma ende benada enumbre yero imano kobela tokonu yan friend digital secretary Oman pen ne paper won fan twere because Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia extra more the usefulness and the benefits of digitalization. Chama, good evening.
Good evening.
Boko de.
Ya mna dumu ye papa.
Na ose. Ya me aduma so ye pa. Me address o chairman me nim say akọ chairmanship position media.
Pocho.
Oh, that minimum maybe Mr. Chairman. Tell me be san say bia.
Mr. Lame serve me term of office as the constituency secretary.
Oh, okay.
The party is really reforms. Well, the MPP party no. You good reforms. The 2024 flag bearer and our national executives and national council we to wanna walk around so that Ghana far was supported the new patriotic party during the 2024 election. What don't want to since I'm new say Greater Accra until we feel I am the first week in June now Wabe Central Region so one day nurture the what the 2024 thank you turn what Abe away party no so them any no ashisha the I am not my July ye boko delegates conference now you could take decision about the legal reforms or the your party
okay
na ye da ko ni nti ye gudo we are able to be or the Yebejina as constituency executive, police station executive, regional and national. Na Yehunina. Until you are ready, Medas so that was that from
nice one. Yes, yeah, that's it.
Mean take the more opportunities to Enchill or the former Western Regional Minister and MP for Member of Parliament for Takoradi constituency, Honorable Dr. Kwabena Okyeremaba Mensa. And now, ne brother crowd and the Kano, the member of parliament for Efia constituency, Honorable Lawyer Isaac Buama. Namishawan Bebri was supporter, what the party, no, since I the mighty two for Western region. Intino, a Conbiara, Yefado, Oman Bibinti Lucy and City, the mighty two will lead the region near to me reclaim most of the seats na yadake huni abe majority in the region.
Nice.
MPP constituency executives, especially Takoradi constituency, all the rank and file na Ghana file will retain you know in the radio PRO.
Yes.
I mean council.
CP na I am a dam a general mentias say 17 constituencies. Hey, I mean mentias you. Inuma pa MPP ye originally mu. Interchange, market circle, GMPC, you know, a pine
without.
Oh, no.
I am one now. Or your nipa hwadi.
Nice one.
To my culture there in the year kasi sende na Ghana fu woro to aba nka minji ni the MPP obenye 2 seat to a Western region because no kware na abededi there Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia nensam dodo na oreka no ono no Obama Ghana we tumpon e bi na neda His Excellency the President oko oye the CEOs summit.
Yeah.
The 9th CEO summit no can the very importance about the more database trusted so far in Ghana. The most trusted database in Ghana is the National Identification System.
Okay.
Led by Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and Mr. Ken Atifa.
Yeah.
I will build with this war. They're able to trust the authenticity of over 18 million Ghanaians who are on this database. To the extent that the International Aviation Authority, what did my IATA to me the Ghana card and the travel from one country into Ghana. I want to verify identity. And the more Ghana database, identity database on the Ghana Association of Bankers. was use what they support one identity authentication or banks.
Okay.
In there, our radio PR, echo bank mpo, ubi more check echo bank na enkita or Ghana card. Utu what one says no do. And now what they what the chrewenua what iris utum what they identify within seconds.
Very well.
That is what in there President Mahama. I care that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia he will choose the national identification database any day than interchange 100 interchange put together today. President Mahama, he's almost saying the same thing in different contexts.
Very well.
Okay, the infrastructure na wa build this one or you're so important there and there so what put away your road tour and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wa link obia Ghana ni biara na car into an ID.
Okay.
Medwa.
Wow.
Medwa di. Yeah. Me chimi yatro. Na Ghana ha no yempa no kware. Oni. Medini. Watro vehicle registration card.
Okay.
Inti me register my car no. Wa ama me da my card yi. Se me registration papers ni mpo yo. Na me da my card yi. Mdo ko DVL ya.
Okay.
Me car ni bibia baba. Inti nde se na Madam President Mahama rekade wo be to maka no cross any camera no wotwa car no ne car no man bape obohu the owner of the car.
Nice one. Yes.
It yebaka na yidem Ghana for mama onyo wanwa the one to aba wadam one farmer the new patriotic party wo western region no woto yinya only two. I believe nyankopon no e bibia no nim ekwana ode especially Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nyankopon ekwana opodo de na fado.
Okay.
Not nyeme biase.
All right.
In life and sana wa be president.
So on the screen, my mention se metumi akenkan na enkoma wudi ya me say it is linked to enkoma yedi. So 26 May. I say I was amazed when I saw the excellent work the previous government did with digitalization and formulation of the economy. Today, every car is linked to did your mama na say? Hey. Man can hear but yeah. Oh yes.
What about one?
Nice one. Yambo na san komo we me frase ho. Na the 9th CEO summit. Of course working Peace Hotel. I think it's a theme of the two one is leading Ghana's economic reset, transforming businesses and governance for a sustainable futuristic economy. Now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama listed 8 strategic plans are what by resetting the economy. In terms of I'm to screen this one my yedin komo na the first one was saying completing the IMF program with discipline. Second one, reopening domestic and international market, capital market. I know so you have all the 8 plans and answer strategies are what they by resetting the economy. First one, IMF, exiting IMF. Is it that possible, say, on mine? You bet me say exit IMF, send a bit me about economy, no, stabilize. Mammy, you.
Okay. Radio pyramid, that's it, papa. The atoms are from Ghana. Ha. Say, you be develop, you could develop. Nina, the economic climate, you be create your dame your own. The business community, including the financial, agric, trade. Travel and tourism the manyamanyamani nyina oboko nenima ogina mosima yensi kasam yebototo niye nebesha 2022 abra covid beya oyi okwe no interrupted the international trade system no Oman, the new patriotic party government led by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Them disruption a ben Oman won sikasamini nyina then okwache.
Yeah.
As a result of that, foreign reserves no deplete. Foreign reserve or deplete any foreign skesa able to that support the businesses. Into why the businessmen were the more cities would the chase dollar.
Okay.
Into no wama abano no watch. Into bohude from the time no by February 2022. Now the 6 cities near the $1.
Yeah.
pressure bayama yebodru December no and it is almost 18 cedis to $1.
Yeah.
Now a ban started the water to nyama who good water to nyama na the gold for your gold purchase program what the nyama what IMF no what your domestic debt exchange program what the e-levy the nyama was just to help the government recover from a intebonde at a point cedi dollar issues or move it downwards. The cedi appreciated from 18 cedis per dollar to 9. And I want to obey stable, not start draw kwa. So by December and January 2025, I bring MPP where it now one is sika some or $1 to cedi exchange rate why 14 cedis 57 pesos to $1.
All right.
A banner kon ojasika were foreign reserves 8.9 billion. Ebe who the president mama he has talked about this.
Yeah.
Owie was an egg or Ghana yen MIF minerals investment income or ban so kono ja $1 billion. Only binumu na way almost $300 million to gold board. What the damage man.
Okay.
Inti damanya mani nyina na aban oje. Of course, elija liabilities ne rija assets so. No kaka wona. Inti abanere be President Mahama wo opposition or espouse certain things are oba or the be adwuma we economy nim. No be na oboto nyama no ye in order to deceive Ghanaians he created the impression that this economy is criminally managed.
Yeah.
Or some kodo used to tell me be there the economy Ghana is a crime scene.
Yeah.
Today, the economic summit.
Yeah.
We change nano.
Yeah.
We change nano. I said the government, the previous government, did an excellent job. As some American, the young can be do. IMF, okay, the mass IMF catch run there. The Ghanaian economy is resilient until they will have to build on it.
Yeah.
Going forward, I better know ye. Many can say, actually 8 points. They are way outside. No promises are other Ghana for to do 24-hour economy.
Oh, okay. So based on a economy, no, in Sembi or Katile Ghana for. And you know who has some
now because what more about twin in some kafa hono where who there as some no can on ya no kwar nti se opodo the economy ni konani mentama he has to build on what he came to meet.
Nice one.
As a result of that what the new program 8 a year order.
Okay.
Today, I can also completing the IMF program with discipline. I can't do about Benimuno. Where they will revise the IMF program. My IMF managing director no, because the previous government have done a good job.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is to be disciplined and continue it.
Yeah.
Is it not what?
And what's no?
And it is the number one thing or other yet. He cannot deviate because they try to review the IMF program. Now IMF catch on no, continue it, but you have to be disciplined because a previous government, what I did 2 years ago, they've been able to achieve the result. I know where then what Two, also reopening the domestic and international capital market. Why is he saying this? Because say into man complete IMF program on year, it will be very difficult to reopen the domestic and international capital market.
Okay.
Because enable to make
yeah.
Need to make infrastructure development.
Sure.
In Tebo the 8 points, at long last, okay, we have to stimulate the economy by doing about the
resuming infrastructure development to stimulate growth. Yeah.
If you don't open this area by completing the IMF program, it will be very difficult to get money to stimulate the economy in infrastructure. On internet MPP, Abra Asamana Beno, it became difficult for the government to raise money through the international and domestic markets to complete the market cycle and the PTC interchange.
Okay.
It's about the CCI NDC for one. I'm not working on Wally Takoradi market, but no quarrel woman in there. A Jumana Wally and oh yes, roofina abandoned on what ye no. What you to one leakages were on to other way than we'll see the major man on a way. But the real work is not they've not started.
Now be the OTA binance shed Antonio kind of so. Just say your say go for your artwork. Na regional minister ba ye Jonas ba ye Oman master team aka say
no roofing na wo ye hwadwuma keke roofing na wa ye no leakages were complete into the more ebeja to one the more obese and the cost will be more into ono na wole ye no hwadwuma. I'm telling you.
That
is the truth.
Oh, okay.
That is the truth, because you have not activated number 2. Now, President can reopening the domestic and in this Ghana ban. It will be difficult to go in for a loan. There be infrastructure development. You have to source that money through the government taxes now, general.
Okay.
Ntebohu de Akufo-Addo na ban. The more project in your hotel, it's difficult there the taxes not complete because most of this project is being constructed by international companies.
Okay.
About the Takoradi PTC market project redevelopment is done by Contratta Construzione d'Italia.
Yeah.
PTC interchange is being done by Sino Hydro.
Yeah.
I went to Menjeji Wuska domestic money.
Okay.
It goes contrary to the agreement. Into edge wood taxes now, or the one casa, I should a Ghanaian company, ne this Canada man more yejuma. Only in a Takoradi to Agunam Quanta road project, no. What the just more, not just more of an partners, no was supporting no wally. And we won't there, Kaswa to Winneba is done by Ghanaian companies. Them of Fanko road now wally here to Insawum, Nina done by government of Ghana into what the taxes no what the support. But them projects are held to international and multinational companies. Now it is difficult to source money. Into that the man Banebe, the truth of the case is abandon to me tendering.
Okay.
Want to me tender, want to me open tender. For projects. All that you have to do is to make sure they complete Akufo-Addo new projects. Again, also strengthening the foreign funds and local government. As a last quarter of last year,
yes,
the foreign direct investment in Ghana was 1.7 billion. Because the international community, businessmen, who they Akufo-Addo, they have become disciplined in their finances as a result of the IMF program. So private businessmen, not foreign ones, came to put their money into the economy. First quarter, Akufo-Addo first quarter, and in foreign direct investment of Ghana, it's about 471 million. Into the sustained Akufo-Addo no worry. I want to arrive at 1.7 billion. We reduced in the first quarter to 471 million. Almost 33% of the last quarter of last year. Into the investment on back because the foreign investors, they don't have the confidence in the economy. President Mahama, he is trying to create the confidence to the international community through the local businessmen, because I want them to sometimes they form partnership, joint ventures. No, this kind of what I bet economy. Again, Osanka Simbi.
Obeko fourth one and a fifth one, right?
No, last one.
And I did young Drew 7 grand what it Mahama name the place no class.
That is
but
the
baby,
yeah. So did you hear President Mahama mentioning some of the economic policies not espousing in opposition? Because it will be extremely difficult for him to do it. Remember, he has 4 years.
Okay.
6 months is almost gone. The next 2028, June to December or March to December is election.
Yeah.
So how many years is left with former President Mahama to implement 24-hour economy?
I think it's 3 years, Anna.
2 years. 2.5 years.
Okay.
He has only 2.5 years.
Because 6 score.
6 score.
6 be okay.
And election year, what kind of development can you do?
Yeah.
So you are left with 2.5 years to implement 24-hour economy. Now, 24-hour economy must be powered by 24-hour availability of power. And even the policy is not ready.
Yeah. Policy documentation, no.
Remember, IMF I catch now there. Budget na President Mahama do call parliament no. Based on the physicals no. He can only grow the economy by 4.4%. But what would they sika what requires a power sector no also it will cause doom so. It say who doom so is what is the reason? Who doom so there one face sika what requires one for quite. The moment the wodundum light no nya bibia we have the installed capacity but sika order koto full what the bano no wash that would delay.
Okay,
so that the figures will be right.
All right,
it's a big issue. And the last one all can say resuming infrastructure development to stimulate growth. Okay big push be.
Yeah. Big push.
What kind of this kind what is
it 400?
10 billion.
10 billion mum.
$10 billion.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, what's what they'll put $10 billion. Mankwafu catch now you can see Hope City during your first term with 10 billion. No, the man no one but the kwakato so no so one but this is also they will put in $10 billion through infrastructure development so that it will stimulate the economy. This year. So this year IMF catch on there. Based on all that, you can only achieve 3.9. Remember, Akufo-Addo achieved 5.7.
Yeah.
Jordan will improve so that the economy will open up and create a lot of jobs. But I can assure you, the matter was why if it can come to reality, you can only see it in 2027.
Okay.
Nti say ya babun na expect the President Mahama baba for wedwumem sisiala mupocho. Hwehwe private eyi bi na ye. Hwehwe wankase wedwuma bi na ye. Hwehwe entrepreneurship skills bi na fo boy wedwuma na ye. Onye da ma manfo onwonto do. It will take a very long time.
10 billion big push. Hey. Good evening, Okyeremaba. NDC has nothing to offer to Ghanaians. Let us pray for Oman Ghana. NPP will bounce back in 2028. Special greetings goes to the awaiting national chairman, Oman Mpuntuo, and the awaiting regional national women organizer, Augustina Nkatia from Sub-Zero, Awuseju. We saw liars by profession. President Mahama and his administration, they don't stand by their words. Okyeremaba, it is clear that when someone declare him or herself that today I am a member of the NDC party, that person, no matter how the person is, whether a doctor, professor, clergy, or any personality, he or she became empty-headed, nothing in their heads, full of wickedness. Okyeremaba, I am telling you the fact that if NPP come down and organize ourselves well, 2028 we are going to win elections. I'm Sakudu Poku, watching you from Kumasi Kote Extension. You are loud and clear at Adamsu Bono, German South, from Wafrateria Kechiri. Onuya meda se Mogoswana monitor Western Diamond TV. Oman Mpuntuo ejumedie. Yanko now, Enra Chairman Bernard Enchill Buesiakon Benema kukuduru fo won fefo be metentengra mu nimdifo bema ndisi fo suro no na kukuduru na ni adinti ndisi fo say o me frustrate na ba wo ye dan edin ne wuntumi ntumi anya no foko eno wo de no ho koye CID headquarters Accra na nkomo bebre no na koso enti emza mo fa Ghana Police Service wo mo enkra to mo ba bonten so that is Criminal Investigative Department CID omokrata no fanto so I say Mr. Bernard Enchill Osiako report to police na okenkakrata ni na esia kwadu miensa na omode bo no 3 charges did kan undertaking mining operations without a license. 2 pollution of water bodies. Meanwhile Oscar Forilabi ewo awin nanano matwe so all because yesi was nsuo galam say all no kan he is on record nso ano no yenka ho hwe nton samfre no but ma wuntumi a why legal mining ewo kwan bi so a mo se why illegal no a onu po chem say the concession no kra no okoso ache no maton sa dia frɛ no say your mine team aban bi aba na nkrofo mu wo other sectors on person mo align themselves to aban no mo ye nia awo position no ayakayaka de but NDC for omo ye ma ne boro so pa. The third charge entering a forest reserve without authorization. Inti ana 3 p.m. na muka so mfa no ho embra metre inti megidi se wakọ edno akwa kire. Now doctor amembo no mentiase inti ne bia mo na mo abenwo ebia amanyo se mo betumi a kire me mu se ya na ye no ana se NDC for na ye ne sa mentiase adam fa mi ko school kakra ene chema wuntumi na du no so adante commission de bia ye no other NPP mpenifo bia omonim eduru abonten edeti wo mo yeni chema wuntumi nkomo.
Okay, me that's first more breaking news.
Okay,
the last 1 hour Chairman Wuntumi has been picked up by the Yoku.
Hey,
I can tell you with the Chairman Wuntumi has been arrested by the organized crime unit organization
of crime office,
economic and organized crime
office,
organization. They've picked up Chairman Wuntumi, but I mean the marker, the may now what I call political harassment. Look, but Munkasamfa in the Yabri wa pick Chairman Wuntumi, Munkasamfa no. Mrekasa for Mosi if you wait to me in the end of that. Look. Okyeremaba.
Yes, sir.
I mean, as an individual, the madi onyam wanwa kurada. Onyam wanwa kurada. But abani biara ebe ye damadi in a sustained manner. Onye bibiaro. Oye ada ochede dam abano. BBS manimu gwasaton. Into the menum guasano because the media in Ghana what discuss the man no what discuss that at the other way they have to condemn the government. As a result of that, no yenye bibi na yen divert the attention of the Ghanaian people from incident away sia oye num guasema aban. Nti bohu de oye Thursday na abani President Mahama Dani what the presidential jet would they sinchan no for chartered flight or charge $20,000 an hour. No what the fire the vice president of the republic one in a Ghana no what cost almost $200,000 when him there on Friday no that will be the main topic of discussion. Until let's go in to do political harassment because on one year one attention in our bed and oboko na the discussion
okay
until the person order what target here Chairman Wuntumi adenta kumi abede na oye
says so akwaka ajaji for no one say omo restaurant omudi omo nkomo
no one petition president.
Yes, what petition
intend a petition president and TBB asking a petition president watcher
Yeah. I'm saying, but I'm sure what's up. The way be a send him, I'm fantastic. My
watch ya. Once it. Now, so what's in? Or question why they want to divert attention. Man, I'm going to be working. What's so? Talk on na the man did the man so uncle baby or your political diversion.
Okay.
Into a book there. I want to walk chairman want to mini fear wo Kumasi no. Mutu my culture there. When national security. Oh. When national security. Or your them normal NDC boys.
Militias no.
Militias no.
Okay.
No, we recruit binum across the country into the national security architecture. I want use one for professional work. I will use one for them buga bugi. No, we push one qual. The part the operational department of the national security. No, what's the waroko chairman want to minifie. No, question. There is no house. Let me say this. There is no house in Ghana. There what's it? Obi wa commit crime. National security for why establish within their intelligence that the mesumesi or ye criminal to the extent that national security will have to pick that person up. Why you want surveillance? Bibia we nothing will stop them from entering that house in Ghana. National security goes beyond police service, army, Ghana Navy, immigration, customs. No. They go beyond that. So a suspect there, obi we dipan, no one shishan, no way who does say the mifiem, no was waba, no waba betchina. Nothing in this country will stop them, especially unless the national security coordinator no wa front wa kacho wunje.
Yeah, okay.
Apart from that, they will go in fully, make the arrest, and the rest will follow. How can be someone there? Oh yeah, then a national security. Who want to minify? And based on the pictures, no what the one answer, no what the bubone get him. Bang bang bang. Really? That one is not national security. The national security that I know, national security coordinator down no. 1 year the made me. Meanwhile, chairman want to be chef you know. What about get no pampa, not a grant interview. No national security operation will ever do this. I mean, one of the most respected institutions in Ghana is the national security. Because of unnecessary politics. No, what they say. In Kaoya then obi kasa, obi petition president. Na president mpo on reply who couldn't feel question. National security. Or yet the normal NDC tax we incorporate one na bosom so 1,000 Ghana. I want to use one. What do 1 year the major man? I want to use 1 year the major man. Oh yeah, yo. I'm telling you for a fact.
Okay.
So for me, we condemn it in no uncertain terms. It was not necessary. Oh yeah, a cake. What or your military regimes in the 70s, 80s. No way the madano. Yeah, but 1992 democratic dispensation. Yes, I admit one government after the other were petty mistakes. But in this 21st century, to continue this is shameful. President Oman Mpuntuo nankasa mpo onim de the matter wali you know wrong.
Yeah.
Nankasa mpo onim. But the truth is onto manka. Because the hawks in the NDC was sanctioned the matter no.
Okay. Now, my answer this question is again diversional tactics now. NDC for me used to say because MC Amanenda so Chamawu to be picked up by Iyoko on his way from CID interrogation. Yeah. And the CID for no after no amanako amanra amo granting the bail and almost say 3 p.m. fan on betre. Okwa no kwachu paper Iyoko for so that's the economic organized crime office. Also afano. I don't know. Do
I'm telling you based on history. I'm telling you based on histoy. Or you're normal. When you are a political or a activist, prepare yourself for some of these things.
Oh, okay.
Especially when you are influential as such. Prepare yourself for some of these things. They will frustrate you. But I want to tell you, this will even make Wontumi more stronger in his politics. It will make you more stronger. Because at the end of the day, with the greatest of respect, Minjin did the Wontumi, wa commit financial crime. Uncle, I picking it that do. Uncle, one channel mono on quasi I didn't know what we invite no. Uncle, I picking it that do. But on your politics
and
the hawks in the NDC will be excited. And in the event that the MPP comes, the hawks in the MPP will also push the government to do same.
Na me ba police for CID our police Yoko and other institutions are more.
Yoko is more like money laundering.
Yes.
The manya you know.
I know mono minim omedwuma no omoye na dwuma nko and I say
they are supposed to be independent and do their work or investigate for me, I believe the media now what they are to what they arrest Wontumi. I don't think it's an arrest. It's an invitation for them to question him.
Oh, on his way from CID.
I agree.
Interrogation team on his way, no.
I agree. Look, you know, a politics.
Which means somebody ambush in
there. In there, Ebenya NDC Hawks, no. To the Fifi Kweti, I said in Ketia, Mustafa Bandi, Gaia or YE.
Friends, Malik Basintali.
Those guys, Sami Jemfi or Mane Boama, they will be happy. Thinking they are doing something substantial to kill the soul of Wontumi.
Okay.
But Uncle Sibibia, because the laws of this country is there to protect him. The laws are there to protect him. The worst, look, the worst they can do, the worst they can do is to detain him for 48 hours, then put him before a court of competent jurisdiction, and Wontumi will plead not guilty, and they will go for a bail. No,
No. But when you're born, you detain one.
Yeah, or your politics. Look, Kwabena Dubois.
Yes.
What didn't you hear in this country? Why? The Minister for Justice and Attorney General. Aini, Dominic Aini. About some one count for Kwabena Dubois. In the majority if you want me in Nufu. In the if you want me in Nufu. What did you know the ban? The court process is going on. Okay. So what was the need in arresting him? Detaining him for almost 3 weeks. At the end of the day, Ejan Mokufie. So you are only trying to say you are showing where power lies.
Okay.
So they are only now they are telling Wontumi they are showing him where power lies.
Okay. 30 seconds. Maybe also say na MC had be better swam is me be no more WhatsApp. Number C share the functions of the Yoko Nanka list. You to me educate kakra say bia kwa chema Wontumi elkwei. And in Sembia binomo keka say no kana say no kre. Na wonim chema Wontumi pa ye. Yoko for dwuma no eye mu hwehwe mo ye no. Ususu se chema Wontumi ebi for no ho na bacha de kan no. Yoko for mo dwuma potia wo eye ne se as a financial economic laws to the republic or any state entity or institution in which the state has a financial interest. Money laundering. Human trafficking. But obi odi enipedwa otoni mpa de omukọ baby ji ohun sika ne ade. Prohibited cyber activity, tax fraud and other serious offenses. Other serious offenses no de minim dia ompa kire e wa hanom say the serious offenses the police for the near minor the serious one no Yoko for na ehwe. Yes. They
are also specialized agency to monitor and investigate economic and organized crime on the authority of the Attorney General prosecute these offenses. So in America, I say, look, we know. And him say, want to me, ne account, personal and business accounting has been freezed.
Yeah.
No, it's because you may be my Cocoa board. Cocoa board, he has used some of the money to do investments in Anoka Kawana. Look, all of these things, I can assure you, it will come to nothing. It is only political harassment.
If I chose, Chama want to me, and this is a bonnet huja. 2, only in Panhuja. 3, cyber security. Abafuntin video crop a on Agasabo say, oh, Jada, and the Agron Faho. And I toss with tax fraud. Say, Bia, it by ye Western Diamond. Any idea you bunk of 4 first on 20 idea and yellow crack on ye Bibia Sada. It's
you see, and I'm a catcher on. Say, I'm fan a day. Want to me, the company. We boom brother. We boom brother.
Debbie,
what you wanna? What's your chief executive?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So, boom brother, you sue the company. So, want to me Western Diamond TV and want to me FM Takoradi. What the money be? One chief executive was sue company no.
Sure.
And our banks taxes our budget. So, and I'm catch me say, Onya Bibia want to me in his personal capacity. I can assure you, has not done anything. Everybody, why Bibia or a new company? On your tax, why commit a fraud or Bibia new company? No, they are people, they were accountant. So it is not because of anything. Or yet the political hawks in the NDC, they are trying to tell Ghanaians that we will show you Pepe.
Okay. But yes.
But at the end of the day, the West is that he will be detained for 48 hours. No, I can there. Okay. Yeah, professor, charge B. Yeah, that to no do. Will be no bail. So that when you go, you will not be making a lot of noise about the government. That's all.
Very well. But I say, okay. Na ebusia de ade atoso ni na achirem se chama wontumi on fome wo kwan bia so epeso afoma se be we Ghana ni ba the constitution na de ye adwuma na mmom no ma ne nya se eye witch hunting enu bi no mo ye no hu no mo witch hunting no
witch hunting look witch hunting
no problem
Mate
me da say good evening Okyeremaba. NPP is coming like Kakai 2028. It will shock them. More Kumbe, greetings to my secretary from Asantua and the secretary Mr. Tokonu Asantua say Okyeremaba papa teacher constitution from Yamuase. Did Reading Wood to Miss House create jobs for the youth? If you have an invite, why the rate? JDM and NDC need to take governance seriously. It is not a joke. Ghanaians are watching the actions closely. The focus should be on solving the country's problems, not unnecessarily confrontations. Greetings to Honorable Mavis in Council Wudu, Koka, and Mr. Osu Bempa in Shayaso and Odifi. Lastly, or say, hi, Radio Piero, your digital secretary is too much. I would tell him to contest the regional secretary position. I always like listening to him. My greetings to the incoming national chairman, the heavy chairman, Wuntumi, aka Mahama, enemy. And my name is John from Laura. Honestly, the other day, Abani. Now, me make say Eban say discussion be a fun economy no ho NPP we humble pay. Mo fama ye ratokonu. Now concluding common because we been pa. Was expatiate and command why you say ye pa. Now, yes, say we so a diversional tactics and I'm soon touch my wood to free CID headquarters. Eba, almost I Yoko for sign chain and I don't know. John Abujina po. And pay and a daily graphic and a report we say Papa no say we go 2,637 ECG containers now. No more at no more side NPP for say no omo I say wa kwa e di bia kwese baby In some day baby, you see a Korea 40 bi or Indian bi a warehouse. In some day baby, a coffee bi ha, and a mobile cancer road to Obi company will be and the ECG cable swore. Yes, so a Yanubia, a channel with him hancho, no more for us and yanwa. Come first ye piano and Kusiaga. Nina said no persona NPP. Party at a time. Our Ghana for so even in opposition. Yeni komo, say I remember the city. Then I met me a minister. Kasa, say Koya interviews, grant interviews. Met my minister.
Oh brother, oh general manager.
Yes, yes.
Usikeni from poor manso.
Sure.
In a one kasa. Ever since NDC bar Benima was started, they will nominate ministers of state. Aba some corona mekawa who station you do that other washing ye.
Sa be am Karibi. Kami kakra.
Usikeni ba bisa. Asama kra mekan there. So one more position today, energy minister, foreign affairs minister, finance minister, communication minister, defense minister, minister for justice and attorney general. The first thing that this would remain there, or them ma work say okufum.
Okay.
The main positions are mabubi ministers no work too much.
Okay.
They talk too much. As a result of that, most of their talking with the greatest of respect to those offices or a nonsense. It doesn't bring progress to the office that they hold. Wakasadodo. Because those positions are sensitive positions. The Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Foreign Affairs Minister, Communication Minister, Finance Minister, Energy Minister.
Okay.
You don't talk too much because or you're more technical. Nyamani bebre or you're more technical. Before I will ever pardon ever beka some afahono. You should have done double check, triple check. Na elba media na kan sam na you ready the one kasa you have availed yourself to all the issues surrounding them asamana epeda to the extent that the chief director other impayfo ministry one they've all cancelled you and some at the asamano at the tugwa
okay
because edu tugwa yeah for the day. You are the Ministry of Energy. Who is the number one? The energy minister. Into Obaka some Nanankasa 2 months and Omena Samana. Into Abasambium Nobaka with BJD.
Biennial.
Asambian Wabaka BJD. Why? Containers UE. Oba part of the containers are you. Yakaden. Yanya Batana Yabakade. Onya no corridor. That volume of containers is missing in this country.
Yeah.
How? To the extent that the then managing director of ECG,
Samuel Dubik Mahama.
Yeah. Or better radio do various radio stations there. It is never true. The container, ECG container. Why you were port? No container or you were porter. One and more you way.
Yeah.
Because when a container or porter, it is not in the hands of ECG.
Yeah.
For somebody to come and tell us there, them containers, 1,347 out of them, why you? Or you we are Gapoha, customs, national security. I want why connive with other people in the way we are.
Yeah.
So on the big mama, it is never true that them containers and why you. But somewhere John Jinapo, about Parliament, House of Records, how would he go back?
So who
to Parliament to tell them they were all doing propaganda. Propaganda to the sender containers why you know I will but at the sikato no I say an average of $350 million, $350,000 per container. How did you come by that? container na egbueda say ECG container no what kra nyama no what the bear no embuedo ehu say nyama no po wo mo so ni mo because the man contract mo wa kra nyama no e bi bo ko wi a wa abrochi ma abrochi police and security authorities bo we nyama na efim it container no bebe si Ghana empty but our discard to know how did you come by that again? ECG is an agency under the Ministry of Energy.
Yeah.
You are not the CEO. I will a minister no any CEO. It's a ECG for what kind of containers now you know? ECG workers now some point one. How did it come? But ECG PR and Kasa, he the minister, why minister energy, all the agencies in your why abonodo. And I want to ask someone. What is the meaning of that? Total disgrace. There is no serious government in the 21st century across the world. No, by allowing by such individual who occupy position or the sensitive position after this disgrace. This is shameful. The same thing, Cocoa Board CEO, Randy Abbey.
Yeah.
On the Namanoke check Ghana for the Cocoa Board container 200 IO Ghana ports. How?
All right, yeah. Me was that story in there now.
How? 200.
Yeah.
At the point, share say I will a cranyama or any part of the world into a container. No bed reporter. I will build a bill of lading or bed wisdom.
Yeah.
Container no support where you don't even know where they have placed the container.
Okay.
It will be in the hands of Gapoa. I want to wire handling charges.
Okay.
They will determine where to position those containers. In TB container ni bi what we go sit hotel.
Okay.
If you support inside depending on the content of the container.
Nice one.
It tend to go jina takotel container and kind of ECG containers or na kede 9. No. Into the bill of lading, and then man wo agent what do customs, what a shipping line, BBR no woko, what the Gapoa, national security. What but one system now, what who baby cry, them container no mano.
Yeah.
Or see what port war. Into I would have no shano amado, so do I inspection no amado no what aba. I would minister say, I went to Temaport myself, we counted it, and this really. No John upon minister Obotuma can contain a 2,000 a day what Temapota.
I saw one so county. Now there was a media report. HSA one kada, but we tend to come on so.
No report to a parliament.
Yes.
The container 3,000. This number why you no yet then no do pick Mahama Ben Obakacho? No. I will Okyeremaba porter. Container no botuma ayiwa. Ayiwa one na be hold responsible. But no propaganda na wale yano to create the impression that the new patriotic party aban ne officials bi no one ECG fo connive in a wa ton no munyama. Wo we free there wo be catch him there. Chinese fu bi na Indian fu bi we go them containers in one warehouse. But then this is what containers in your port.
In this case one cry ajo mo de na be ne there. And even the ehunu kra no more than
that is the point. You see, an American, if you have settings and propaganda government, this is what happens. Settings and propaganda government, they act before they think. Yes.
Which means I train in your fast.
No. What we are, they act before they think. You have to lie. Now, when we there, go for the pressure laba. No do because it's anything be over can be no what the pressure lot to know what the pressure to. So he wants to bring a closure to the episode, you know.
No, we'll start a new episode.
Because it has become an albatross on his neck.
Okay.
Remember kadamasa me no mfio na Ghana from opo what the mbia wonka wa huru baby opo the shembia won fan shem na ye wia na chere me wie dem episode no.
Yes. But it's true because I think it's almost 30th April. And I'm who's out container now. And on board swap 10. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, strategy. You see, that is shameful. Who you feel that what kind of national security fumpo, what actual letter where could you be into a half an okui? So national security could you aware than who terminal. Because Equatema Porter were various terminals. And depending on the goose, in your maybe when you that mean 1 year into what Boko Kuguchi. Sometimes you see these people, they are young men. With the greatest of respect, most of them they don't have international experience. These people they don't have some George Anamuna United. With the greatest of respect, or your politics into working at their position, they don't have any international experience. No what they them positions in I don't know what I'm on. Into the radio of 4-1. As a result of that, they speak before they think. Into the Obama. Ghana ni neti abekada nti you know your minister for energy and nti you know your communication minister e this is ya Ato Forson e this one kasa he has been quiet because assembly it has its financial implication assembly obekebia in the financial and economic world finance minister wotumo bobi ni din keke in a stocks market in from buying just by mentioning somebody's name within because ebi adamini pakuno wa bonidin the integrity is lost it won him there you all be chaos na ba it wo bonidin international stocks in atom ko from obi so ho wo bonidin the international stocks in mpu no so because private investors no why ready to pump in money.
Oh, okay.
Shokuja to Ablakwa. And that. What's why then? We close Washington. Ghana embassy. Who the number one? President, if you are in a vice, the number one diplomatic official of the state is the foreign affairs minister. Correct the statement to close it down. It'll close down embassy. Ghana, your number one embassy in the world. British Ghana High Commission in UK, US Washington Embassy. Corridor Okujato ni statement. I'm pomoye me bufu point there. Or you see the private Facebook wall. You know they announced the closure of the embassy in the United States of America, Washington. No, they announced the Ghanaians across the world. Come on. What is this? What is this? This should come from the America. It should come from the State Department. What the stamp is, Sido. We will read over. Every language the statement should be diplomatic. Diplomacy, no, one can say. Or your language into the work on school. It is not just that your politics. Akasa kunti. Why do you know what the mono? Bibiana or the kasa na actual Facebook wall, and we should take it hook and sinker. On our no children no quite. Greed, baby. Obakana shut down. Greed.
Yes, I think I may read it from BBC.
Okay.
I say. Foreign Affairs Minister has announced that the country blah 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 blah. Some of the Kuja said the embassy would be shut down following the damning findings of an audit.
A whole diplomat.
Yes, but before you see crying yet.
I announced the closure of your embassy. You shut it down.
Shut down.
In the diplomacy, they use the word shut down. Or I don't want the one. You are ready to you use even security for no shut down. You don't use that language. What is this?
I say a locally recruited staff member and collaborators were allegedly involved in a fraudulent scheme whereby they extracted money from
Ghana High Commission embassy in the Washington.
Yeah.
Abe juma no way. Visa ho juma no way. Visa ho kutin juma no way. Passport ho juma kutin no way. But because of they want to behave to the Ghanaian people, the Wali Juma, Wali a day, intigidi, Monko Trontum. The Monkofuna Bondina, Okita immunity.
Yeah.
The Monkofuna, why you, the Madina Elecan, Fred Quartin, or Sabadina, no collaborators, no one of them. So, Fred Quartin, Ubia, Owodino, Yedmo, Embeziwa. Collaborators, and Embez, and Nipa in way more. Are they 2,000?
Okay.
And to mumbo dam ko funu woni dina no collaborators no ehwana say I who been by you want if you can close down the visa section of the embassy because one year trade facilitation department Ghana for problem other what embassy you can't close it down. So visa section, passport section, in a way you mistake you close that section down. Okay. You don't tell the world what is the problem.
Okay.
Because we're diplomacy. And when I watch the foreign affairs, well, kasa PRO foreign affairs. We have a radio dollar because hey.
Yeah, Michelle, I could put your mantina no asem. Oh no,
one kasa diplomatic people one kasa pide. And you know, still no Nigerian no opposition.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're in opposition. No, in
a passport office, why a day the man work at the Hajj board, where you issue passport within 24 hours. What issue in the Hajj on your fiasco?
Yeah, what patch of crowd? Them Hajj
on your fiasco.
Yes, it's true.
What the abandoned hospital? You know what the hostel? What the man Hajj for?
Yeah,
what's a whole one?
No, the baby cry now.
One room, nipple 15. We use one toilet.
Yes, washrooms now. The problems. Yeah.
That's what we with the You see, when you have a talking government, this is what happens. In Numkwase or Bakau. And I'm telling you, if the government continues like I'm very sure President Mahama is not happy. But it will be very difficult to sanction these people. Because you Numkwase. No what man.
Very well, Mate. Me da semester ba hona, ma menhwe na me messages so info na me pick course kakra. Then after you to me edit me na ba na we good evening Okyeremaba. Unia odi na makin kan dem ma WhatsApp 0. We so say John Laura, I think say ni pepenipa, I say please give my number to Degeta. I say please give my number to the Degeta for me. What for no mean that okay. But in them no say me fa no number ma Degeta. Ti we am na be ka say kwan dem a metumi do number e dia manoa na fe yahwe e wansam so aka. All right. Me da say me fa ensia na enimre so e di atem ba de no e ho ne hwe nsempa na ye kan e di a kire wo. Me da say ya pick course me bacha o baso a lowa wo TV volume no na enwechi nsuo no Timofone no emu. Mesa oba so a bo din be okasa free. Na won sem no so mane ye ntiem 0248 071174 0248 071174. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, boss.
Bo din be okasa free.
I know the HM, you're from the JB, no Casafre Elember constituency, incoming Elember, we to organize a constituency. I know the Maboy Juma. Tamunim Bibi. Are you going to a president of the Jomahama or ye incoming national chairman? In a trade. Among who say a friend of Chairman, which will get and yet the MPP about our beam. 2028 into one person we are no capapane say the better chin your man this for say unto the it's a yamen kwa nipa to me count me shed that and to the omo ye omunjai omoko ye omo ye di mpa nsi aka mo ne yamen adwuma
amen count so ewelembele. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Body be okasa free.
You me stand e je wutu ka tso obo aso
na mi tie o e ja mi tie o.
Hello, me pacho. John Drapo.
Yeah.
John say one you know.
Yeah, John Drapo no.
On the head no. What is electricity I petrol. What say? Petrol memu ha. Any be
2.5 days.
What the what buy. And what hand there be mu say. If you phone like you na na you need be more fancy. Unko ko ko kai for what green be Pani Buni be too. Emma on also cry to say, come
come let's say we are who dinner. I was thinking when you year no see the year one so no bit pa o se corona or bo man no no
Medas come near the line break. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, senior.
Good evening, Bebe Kasafre.
Me pato me Kasafre no other region kumbungu Fatao kumbungu.
Fatao kumbungu mamentio.
Senior me dawasi. Why are the Yamishra opa? Me fa kwenye wikna me cha hono from komna anodon pre ejma ura. Me cha ala haja Habib Idris MP di matolon constituency ayana wacha me papa loyena obir boahin. Asama mudiafi ya nimno. MD tefo. Yesromu. Ke chaman wunti midje. Freno di ombet ma freno. But omunti mi yenu huti. Because until I make can say papa no. Ombo krono. Onya adiboni biya. Enam se MD tefo nim se chaman wunti mi. 2028 chairman wunti mi on the bet ma di MPP ba power. Enenti mi ombo yenu tanu. Because Nipa Kurampo Ghana have President John Dramani Mahama Kurampo oye kwani Kurampo oye freno. But yenti mi yenu bibia. Sinti chama untumi so ye bibi Kurampo e wode mu freno. Na papa ba ye Kurampo enro baye. Montman yene fi. Ende Kurampo wata baye. Obaye oda no hukwe. Tinchile twen dise muchi no e ba no sai. Ade wa kum nipa. Ana wa ye boni ban. John Dramani Mahama chama untumi waji uyira na. Ye bisa MD tefo. Chairman wunti we boni ban da waye. Ye bisa MD tefo. Fa no ka sai obu gusu won krai. E ba no sai. Ni pa no boni ban da waye. Anti chairman wunti inshallah 2028 over incoming national chairman over the MPP power. Me da pasu ni here.
Mesome das Fatao kumbungu. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Oni awaje me line na boso ntino mamfa foforo 0248071174. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Body Bebe Kasafre.
Yes, I'm Odikro.
Odikro Kasafre.
Ikasafre Accra.
Yeni nkomo.
Yeni che. What we say now? Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Okyeremaba biara be do be biara international dignitaries Russia. O command respect. Ghana ya wa dia oje. Obi odi mu a. Se ba we ka o ye lectures na. Bloomberg IMF World Bank.
To me, 101.
We ko ke ke o me send ni pa ya Ghana. Me che ni ka keke. O you no focus here ma Ghana. O di pa sa no. Asset.
Yes, that's Unia. Good evening.
Good evening.
Is it about me too?
MPP was because I was reading Ghana. No, this for your more for a month for party executives, no, executives, I'm not family man because no more they buy any no more they buy when yes, and what you saw your king hotel. The NDC for Mahama and the dog area no and what because who did you baby grandma? Yeah, no matter what you want to walk, yeah, or never be a yes, yes, for para. Therefore, Miss Obetia saw what? Electricity banner across Rono, or Tumuno, what's so many? That do so not a good end, Mano.
All right. Matemedas, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Body Bebe Kasafre. Udino.
Maybe Docas.
Docas, any come on.
My friend won't to me station. I want a minimum.
Docas, Yankasa, one man, so I.
The Pachopi.
Le pacho pi mon kanche Muhammad na bai. So won't train the sakana no. Woman join no 10. Momo Omonya where if it is which until they are trying to do that. One year open my mayu. I just said and yes, Papa Mayano. Now, yes, Muhammad or is a man of integrity. Obi or Yari and no the choir side in the buyer, no more than the private jet. Ghana, how are you? No more than that to private jet to the Daba. Yes, so I didn't in a year or more. Right. What my son, baby?
Matemeda say, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Boni bebe kasa free.
Aha. Yam pasa me kan say.
Uni abodin bebe kasa free.
Me de kobi, me kasa free di kwao.
Mami ntio.
Mahama. Anka ama na nkrofo no nte say. Anka ma na nkrofo no say wontumi. Dia modi ye ne bia no. Wontumi dia modi ye ne bia no. Ye ya ba abemu a. Mo ye rough na mo ye sa ne omanema ina ye be ye omubi. Mo kai hu ni say ye be ye omubi papa sa ne omana mo ye no. Omo hu ni say intimidation mo ni ye pa de ne mo kai e hu ni say NPP for e won krofo e betumi aye ama na brosa. Mo ne ya me ye bi ma.
Ya me council. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Boni bebe kasa free.
Me ka FM na me kasa ja kinse.
Mami ntio.
Mama wunim. Mo sare singla enkonkoma mama say. Wunim. Na se mun tumi mun ba bi ka. Ele wo mun jina yi. Mun kan kire no. Na oman no enya mama dia o. Nse de ko sikrat kan. So ana Pastor target na bank no pese obo kopa. Let us do about I know dey no. We dey say. But mo ma single say so ni mo so we no work. And e boko kapa. So that.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, baby. Kasa free.
Me pa me kasa free adubera.
Good evening, say.
Me pa chef na adwateria.
Adwateria ni komo.
Me pa so try Ghana for say. Empeni for so mo nyanka bo na muma asindemla na say dollar no ko komo no. Enyeme nyina ye basa ye se o man no. So mo nyanka bo no mo ne bibi mai manuel.
Me da say obi ane ne how. Dollar ko for me ne mai basa. Sasa. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Bajo dini bebe kasa free.
Bajo mi kasa free asioko.
But na bodi mami.
Ya chama do shopping to kuma claim.
Uza peni ni komo.
Yo. Bajo nse omunipa na wona ne to no ka se ni mano ya me da pa.
Okay.
Na se mo kan ni na ne ze. O si NPC show. Esa mbolinting de bia no mo kan asem na sa no ma hu papa. Intina ya dia se so na no eden. Eno na ye ku mo no. Ko so o mu anda nje se yi kan to no mo tuma ba ben. Ina o ma plan for anything. Nje o mo ba no o mo kasa o mo before so ba ka asem no o ka wi a na bolinting se se en ya de papa ntin. O mo di bolini wi ansa no mo se ne e kan papa. Ni de na me kan se dia. Before Mama Yankasa Yaden, Yangina, nothing 2028. Yankasa Yaden, you pick up nothing for man. No, Manrasida.
Madam CP was your penny for last 2 course 9 things. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, baby. Kasa free.
Pastor me, Kasa Kumasi magazine.
Body mommy.
It's from Prince.
You know, come Prince. Yankasa.
The person me catch Chairman to me say, on for Buma President Mahama, the depend.
You mati, and I also catch your bush penny say, Sanya Oyeno Hono, on for Boom Farmer, a bush phone in Hawaii, 90 penny bush for no. Hello, good evening.
Pio, the Casafi. After the dry is to go open.
Any come out in.
But I found so much. The patrol. And they say, the cook for the cars or the buy after the dry is. Ono di Ebola. Oh, the cook for the car. The cars in now come high. A higher than a boca. As you cook for the buy, no. Almost at the Sabola. Almost the Sabola. Most years more after the dry is. As almost a panel, the more that boy after the dry is. And Kako Hayaka, a car, Oman Mpuntuo. And to pay, that is no matter by my boy after the dry is. And nobody born at
Mate.
That will be a to me.
Yes, sir. That's hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, baby. Okay, Safri.
Free. Massive.
I mean, you.
Good evening. Kasafri Kumasi.
Only at you who we are Safra. I'm for your last call. Hello, good evening. Yeah, will I in your crowd? Menton, can ye? Good evening.
Enchill.
Oh, Jewa Heba Center. Jewa Heba Center. Of a K, I'm at me pa.
Yango Adam so and you cry, you could cry. Yet if I could get an answer, and then you beat me up in
Kafra.
Just for you.
Yes.
You white a bar and tobacco pet. Mamma, I think it's a country. I mean, former regional minister, honorable about the documents and on right match my body. Now, a year, honorable, a year, and honorable, minister, na memo pia oye NPP ni abia ni mbona basi ni air force one yen ka se ngutu en so pia na ndi nfu ene ye je na dunia na de na mokoye eno anyi wonu ana de na mokoye
yeah
evidence information wa ya de mu pe nyina no Mwanka sente kwa chema untumi nkwana essay Ghana nsuo nyina essay Ghana forest nyina essay Ghana enioma nyina ebe wabra uko ama kufibu wa nwanka sani kumu a untumi mfo weni kranko enkoshe hono so ganamse mu ekan nyina yensibre ya no yenka se mu no mayen funi se ampara ye pasemna no sikre na ya de ndisi fo mu ye muntu mu yo ma mo mo question na dedi ye tra wo mo se si embezi ya ozo akuzinyanta se tikeni player mu ma mi fa ye nyansa bia se enche de ni pe mu akasa mu nhehye ya mo bi ku hono mi de meka nyina se MPP fuwa eye enu wo man Ghana fu nyina yenkin yani efom ni yenhwe kwan papa e be fa so a yebetumi aboa ne yebe gada ye ho ebe boa agese ye nioma yi na ye de be 2028 na nam so amatumi aboa na emu mamu honorable Katrina Feko
Martin
organizer people
na da se efa frefo ni nsi na meka we se Gentleman Dental Clinic doc se meka nkyerɛw na me maso ahwentimi ne mnia omonwumedie esi eti efa Odi ensobeko na examination consultation, root canal treatment, scaling and polishing, extraction, teeth whitening, braces, teeth replacement, teeth jewelries, and after restoration, CAB. But Takoradi no ye wo pipe no traffic light. Una ntiku enum kakra Tadisco Junction no so asa oko Banchiasi Road na onsebe nkum Old GN Bank no edan mu hwa na ye wo. Mfidie ye wo no ene enyoma hodo so wo ebepua wo sen wonum na wonso atumi akasa obedwam na odi nkomo obedwam no Gentleman Dental Clinic obefre 0559 139 582 0559 139 582 Doctor yemi
Pierre Medase that twins are from na minchia oye amuna wonya kwan wo frɛ na Ghana for wuti hin it's very unfortunate the President Mahama will allow Manaban the hawks in his government what did the security and the intelligence agencies would read your politics. But I'm a marker, a politician. You should prepare for yourself for some of these things. Not because Ediboni bio, but because I bet you ubia at this step a banner or it won't to me. On your day, minimum won't to me. On kita a ban position be alada. Or a Ghanaian private business person. Or your MPP ni. Or the now one then the Nisika or the Boa MPP. At any given time, he will be the envy of the government of the day. You know, on 2013, 2014, they subjected him to the same thing as a young man. Akunta Mining has been with us since over the last 15 years. Akunta Mining has been with us. You know, I mean, or political harassment. Meaning, there, watch her, metete, there, or confiscate ne assets, and I will freeze ne assets in an own kahona de mate. Na yenim isanya your politics nim ye won go for abanim ye won go for judiciary nim. Even they want to get fast and move the court process from the main court another place to get a February or everybody should remain calm. I believe at the end of the day to me will be successful. Medas by none of catch one crown a ben run, but catching say Ibu, say I'm a DMP for ya say, Mobile na Oman Mpuntuo governance na, yes, show money na, Yema Ghana phone to na, a school phone call free na, and one a woman trim. Intimidation said they intimidating in opposition. Mobile Bemwa, Munya because of Manu Bonana. It is because Munya Bemia. I agree with you. There are some there are in MPP like NDC. You were hawks. They were very dissatisfied with some of the actions of the president Akufo-Addo, especially double salary issue. But I will continue to support Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for taking that decision because onye all right, Mina Barama could do men sorry afe akente Freston or Energy FM Prisia Unia Major Super Michion Medasi or share life na Bribia de now Kumanano 17th of this month Yana Oyeno Hukeni Lydia Huadia Prisia because support Yema Adofu and so a baby. You're the best digital secretary madana say but John sister na number no memfa ma minimum ade e bi no won komo bia say ono edie. He is a regular and a cherished listener and a viewer of Western Diamond TV. MCR bia ho same ene DJ Black Foreigner Yaro ena esreshi yen abana se wa mani ampon oskene from pom man so ena executive producer Benama Banana Radio Abupra onso bo echidom medini Okyeremaba AS Enchill the radio PRO Kubala, Baruki, Ja, Itabi, Ajagrabi, Urabasaka, Abinzi, Abazabaroko. I'm out of here. Good evening. Welcome. Where's the Lord?